Hello, it's Jeffrey with Real Nifty Vintage, and today I'm back with a haul video of things I picked up throughout the week. So I have things from an antique mall that I went to, an estate sale, Goodwill, Facebook Marketplace. So let's jump right on in. First, let's start with this here. Now I did get a set of 4 of these. These are canisters, kitchen canisters from the 40s. And they have these wonderful flowers on them. As you can see, this one actually says tea on it, and it has these really nice, like giant red flowers on it with this, I guess, picket fence or lattice work. But it's really nice, and it's in the cream and red, or white and red, that's really prevalent in the 40s. And it is a set of 4. They're kind of collapsed in each other right now, but here we are. And then they, you know, obviously they're inside there. But I paid $12 for this at a flea market, I guess they're calling it. And I think I'm gonna get about just under $50 with shipping included on Etsy. I'll resell it online. And it's gonna be pretty straightforward because I can collapse them into each other. So they're not gonna take up a lot of room really. So that's great. So I did get those, and I do need to wash them up still. I just realized that I have not cleaned them yet. So one exciting thing that I did is I got some really cool, these are burnished metal musical spinning things, and I picked these up on Facebook. So someone was selling 3 of them. They're all different, and they were selling them for $12. So I thought that was a great price. I drove the 30 minutes there, 30 minutes back to get these. But I'm gonna sell each one of these. Well, I'll show you what they are first, and then we'll get on with what I'm gonna sell them for. But this one has like a little sailboat right here. Whoops. And then it's like a rotating globe with the stand. So there's that one. And all of them work. I made sure to test that out before I got them. And then this one is like a little piano man. Little Elton John in the making. Right there. This one right here plays, actually it doesn't say. Thought the other one did. The globe plays the song Around the World in 80 Days. And then the last one is actually really spectacular. It's this train with the mountain. That's just really cool. And this one plays Chattanooga Choo Choo. So that's really fun. And okay, so what they're gonna sell for. The one that's gonna probably go for the least amount is the piano one, at around, well, with shipping included, about 25 to 30 online. Now the other 2 are probably in the same wheelhouse as far as value. So I'm gonna put maybe just shy of $40 with shipping included on each of those. So $12 into, what is that math? I don't even know. We were talking like 30, 30, 60, 30 into 75 perhaps, or not 30 into, 12 into 75. So that's pretty good. So I also went to Goodwill and grabbed a few things there. This is in the Lefton holly, white holly pattern. So you can see here there's like this really nice texture on here. And then we have the green holly leaf with berry, a little bow on top. Just a really pretty, elegant, not too gaudy, Christmas type decoration. And I have been dealing with these stupid clocks. The one in the hallway just went off and I'm like, okay, great, we're done. And then of course this one, which they're not all on track at the same time, but anyways, I'm just gonna keep going. So this Lefton candy dish, I'm gonna say it is really awesome. And these are really prevalent in the late 60s, early 70s. In fact, it's marked on the bottom here, 1970/71. And I do have many other coordinating pieces of this pattern, like little salt and pepper shakers, other little bowls, just different things. They did a lot of stuff with this pattern. And then there's also another pattern that's completely like green with red, I believe, as the accent. So it's more or less green all over with bits of red. Not really any white, I don't think. But anyways, there we are with that one. Oh, also with Goodwill, I grabbed one other thing, and it's this little Androck nut chopper. So I was shocked to find this there, especially on a Saturday. So this is made by Androck, and I come into contact with these quite a bit. Actually, one of these is already listed online. So this one is gonna go in the booth. And I think it's gonna go for about 10 bucks, 10 to 12 in the booth. And I paid $1. So this is really nice. I love the little starbursts on there with the black and the blue. Very, very cool. So that one is gonna go in the 1950s theme booth kitchen that I have. Okay, so we went to an antique mall, and I bought a few things over towards the St. Louis area, and there's a separate video on that if you haven't watched it yet. But I actually got some cool things. So Stella. Okay, so this is a really, no. Stella, come here. You wanna go outside? Stella, do you gotta go outside? Come on. I guess she's done. Stella, come on. Okay, so this is a really nice Balik and the shell pattern, and it's this curved, see there, it's like this curved dish. So I looked this up. Oh, by the way, I paid $12 for this, and I'm sort of collecting Balik. It kind of just happened. I don't know why I'm entranced by it. Stella! But I really do like Balik, and I already have a lot of other little bud vases and things like that. So this is kind of a different shape that will sort of nest, if you can imagine like this being curved and then all my other little things nested behind it. So it makes like a nice little scene. Stella, do you have to go outside? Do you have to go outside, Stella? Come on, let's go, come on. Stella, come on. Let's go. Get out there. Okay. All right, so it's a really cool dish by Balik, and it is marked with the brown logo on the bottom, which I believe dates this to about 1989 to 1991 or so. Let's see if we can get that to focus, because it's right there on the bottom. So it's the traditional Balik logo, and if you ever do any research on this, they have a pretty good record of their logos, so you can find out just by the color and little details here and there on the stamp when it was made. So it's brown, it has certain other attributes that will date it pretty specifically to a time. So I got that. That's enough of that. Oh, by the way, it's worth about 20 bucks if I was to resell it. And I paid 12 at an antique store, but that's the going rate on eBay. And how I know that is I have a WorthPoint subscription. So if you're not familiar with WorthPoint, it's this website that allows you to look up selling prices for things on eBay. So you already can look up the selling prices on eBay by going to the solds, but I think you're only limited to like 3 months. Now sometimes whenever you come in and you find something that's sort of rare or not often seen, you won't see what it sold for, because maybe one hasn't sold in 3 months or whatever the time frame is. I think it's 3 months or 2, I don't know. But on WorthPoint.com, you can look up, I think 7 or 8 years worth. It could be more, I don't know. But if you're interested in WorthPoint, I have been using it for a while now. I'll give you a link in the description for a trial. I think it's 7 days or 7 lookups. And be careful with the lookups, they go quickly. And otherwise, I think it's a great service. And if you want to sign up, use that link below anyway, and you can sign up and I'll get credit for your sign up for referring you. But I enjoy WorthPoint quite a bit. I have the app on my phone. I did a separate review video of this. If you're interested, I'll link it up top. But enough about that. So I did buy something else for myself, and that is this wonderful refrigerator dish. It's large too, almost too large. So it's this really awesome in the crisscross pattern by Hazel Atlas. I love Hazel Atlas dishes. I always return to them, and they have so many great retro items. Well, they're not retro, they're actually made back in the day, but they're just so synonymous. You know, it's like you think Depression, you think Hazel Atlas. I do. You think the 50s, you think Hazel Atlas and Pyrex. Oh, she's ready to come back in. She's ready to rumble. Come here, Stella. Oh, here we are. Time for a little dog show. For her first act, she is going to juggle. Okay, here is a lemon, Stella. Do you know how to use it? You're juggling. It's not a real lemon either. It's all fake. Okay, Stella. So there she is. We do get some requests to see her. And there she is. I just gave her a bath. And she liked it. She really liked it. She actually enjoys baths. I think, you know, it just depends on the dog, but she likes the attention, I think. And she feels great. Okay, so the Hazel Atlas crisscross pattern was really prevalent from like the 1930s, mid-30s to the 40s. I think they made them up until like the early 50s, but they came in lots of colors. They came in depression pink, they came in depression green, which is like that uranium glass sort of thing. It came in cobalt blue, came in clear, obviously. That's about it, really. I mean, there's not any other colors in this crisscross pattern. Okay, so I'm dilly-dallying way too much. So I paid, was it $8? I paid $8 for this. That was a great, great price. This sells online for about $25, $30 plus shipping. So it's really nice, and I'm keeping it, by the way. I do use this in the refrigerator because it's a perfectly usable refrigerator dish. It's not plastic, you know, so it's reusable. You don't have to worry about things leaching out into your food. It's not gonna stain or anything like that. So I'm gonna keep it. I already do have a Hazel Atlas in the Ivy pattern. It's this long, 8 inches, but it's half the width. So I think it's 8 by 4. And this is 8 by 8, and it's about 3 to 4 inches tall. Anyways, I'm keeping that. So I did get this really neat Marmalade container, covered dish, and it did not come with the spoon. I already had the spoon, but it's a great, great piece now. It's a Japan little marmalade or jam type condiment dish. So it's this orange or tangerine or cutie. Is that a trade name? I don't know. It could be. It's probably a trade name. In fact, it is. It's a trade name. What's left of the stamp is there, but you can't read it. So I'll let you take a look. It's this black, barely even seen ring, let alone trying to read anything on it. There's crazing throughout, which is quite common. Clean, no chips at all. So that's really great. And I already had the spoon. So I paid, I think it was $5 for that. Yes, $4.95 for the Marmalade container. And the spoon I already had from another purchase, and it's also ceramic. So it's ready to go. Price point on this, like I did say, $5 in. I think I'm gonna sell it for about $30 with shipping included. So that should be pretty great, and it's adorable. It fits that well, it just fits the quiche, like that quiche-y, fruity, fun style. Just a couple more things to go. How we doing? We're doing pretty good on time. This thing I picked up not at an antique store, but at an estate sale. And the sale was doing 25% off, and there was really nothing there for me at that point because it was a Saturday in St. Louis on 25% off day, middle of the day. So you have to go in with certain expectations. I looked at all the tables, didn't see anything, went down the hallway, noticed all the pictures on the wall and said, that's where the money's at. So I did find this one right here. And in the moment I was looking at this detail, not knowing quite what it was. It's an elephant, but not knowing what the stitch type was. Now I used to work at an embroidery place. Well, they did screen printing and embroidery, and I'm familiar with embroidery, but when I think embroidery, I think of satin stitches or tatami stitches, or what's the other types? Like a running stitch. And this sort of has this sort of irregularness to it. And with the embroidery machines, there really isn't an irregularity to them. They're pretty much perfect, like that. So this one, I deduced that it is a mixture of long and short stitches in sort of this random-esque type pattern. Now let's see if we can get this to focus so you can really see. But there's the elephant right there, and I think it's really, really cute. And it's hard to see it close, but I mean, there's this texture, and that's another thing that was baffling me in the moment. So the texture isn't really the stitch itself. The texture is the yarn or whatever they used. It's in the, so I was really making this more complicated than it was, but they did do a mixture of different angles and things of that nature on the stitches. So some are angled, some are up and down, some are sideways, which gives it this sort of textural moment. It is marked on the bottom here, Jan Sims. I paid like $3 and some change because it was 25% off of 5. It's a beautiful picture, like with the pink and everything. Anyways, so, oh, by the way, it was made in 1986. Stella, on the back it's written that 1986, it was a gift. Oh, wait a minute. I need to look this up. It says to S-E-N, period. Doesn't it stand for senator? I need to look up this name on the back here because I'm really curious now. I don't want to say it, but I'll look it up, and if it's a public figure, I'll write it right below in the video who it is. But if it's not really a public senator or anything, then, but really cool. So anyways, this is gonna go online, and I'm thinking about $45 with free shipping. So not bad at all. There it is. Okay, the last thing up in the video is sort of funny. It's sort of different. Very unlike me to buy, I think. It's this plastic melted popcorn ballerina girl. I think of that song whenever I say that. But it's this really awesome, I said it already. But you know, some of these were actually made in kits. Not this one because it's too large. But you could have bought the little plastic pellets and melted these in your oven. And that was fun, I guess. But this one here is a made one. They sold them like this too. Obviously, a lot of you, I know my demographics, a lot of you are around when that stuff was used. Most of you guys are actually in your 60s and 70s for the majority, which is interesting. And so that was really popular around the 70s, 80s. And actually, I remember growing up with some of those, not the ballerina girl, but I grew up with the like Santa Claus, the reindeer, those things. And then I have them now. And then I have like a turkey downstairs. I have some Halloween ones, like a witch and a pumpkin and a ghost, I believe. So I sort of have this collection, but this is something that I don't need. So I'm gonna sell this one. It was $5, by the way. And of course shipping is gonna be annoying because it's so large, but I can sandwich this between some cardboard and wrap it in some shipping craft paper, and I think I'll be okay. But I believe I'm gonna sell it for about $30 with shipping included. And I believe that'll be really good. So, I mean, all in all, I think I did pretty good with a good mix of items here, and hopefully you enjoyed that. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye-bye.